Hi, I'm Supervisor Kurt Bowler. On behalf of the Township Board, its employees, its appointed officials, and the residents of the Township, I want to congratulate you on choosing a fine community to live in, Brownstown. In this short video, we'd like to share with you our history, some of the services we provide, and some of the activities that we hope you'll participate in. And certainly, we're glad that you're now inside Brownstown.
The history of Brownstown Township predates that of the state of Michigan itself. 200 years ago, the area was home to the Indians. It was on the banks of the Huron River that many tribes are known to have fished, hunted, and held tribal councils. In 1764, according to legend, tragedy struck the family of 8-year-old Adam Brown. The young Virginian was kidnapped by the Wyandot Indians and grew to manhood among them, eventually becoming one of their principal chiefs. His village was on the banks of the Detroit River and was known as Brownstown. In November 1807, the United States bought the township area from the Indians for 1 cent an acre. Adam Brown was deeded the property a year later on November 15, 1808. The first settlers began pioneering the area in 1823. A hardy lot, they made their living off a land rich in timber and fertile soil. The township of Brownstown was officially organized April 5, 1827. Among the earliest officials was James Breland, whose family became a mainstay in the community and whose name survives to this day. The majority of Brownstown residents at the time made their living as farmers, harness makers, horse trainers, and millers. Change came slowly to Brownstown. While the 20th century often brought rapid and unexpected change to other areas, the township retained the quaint country atmosphere of an earlier era. As the years progressed, Brownstown remained sparsely settled and relatively undeveloped. Family businesses were the norm, and both owner and customer knew one another on a first-name basis. Youngsters attended class in a one-room schoolhouse, and nearly every boy had a creek to fish in behind his house. But change did come to Brownstown. With its paving in the early 20s, Old Plank Road was given a new name, Telegraph Road. By the 1960s, Brownstown was poised on the brink of major transformations. 4 of its original settlements, Flat Rock, Gibraltar, Rockwood, and Woodhaven, broke away from the parent township to become separate cities. Brownstown was chartered July 3, 1978. At the same time, businesses noted Brownstown's potential for development, residential to accommodate the township's growing population, and industrial because of its ideal location. While Brownstown is eager to grow, the rural mood will never change. Through stringent guidelines and zoning regulations, those who live and work in Brownstown Township are assured it will continue not only as an excellent community to raise a family, but as a fine place in which to do business.
Brownstown Township has a long history and is the oldest township in the state of Michigan. As a matter of fact, it's older than the state of Michigan itself, having been in the territory of Michigan before statehood. We are 167 years old, and at one time, Brownstown included the cities of Flat Rock, Gibraltar, Woodhaven, and Rockwood. The township boundaries are in 3 sections and are made up of approximately 24 square miles. Geographically, it is one of the largest communities downriver, with a growing population of about 23,000 people. Brownstown residents use 6 different zip codes for postal services. Generally, new residents that move into Brownstown come from cities and are not familiar with township form of government. Brownstown is a charter township. which means our rules of operation are vested in the state constitution. In 1947, Michigan passed the Charter Township Act, which allows townships to operate with the same powers as cities. Charter townships are viable forms of government in Michigan and are not just simply a form of government until they become a city. Other charter townships in the area include Redford, Canton, Grosse Ile, Van Buren, Huron, and Plymouth. As a matter of fact, there are more townships in the state of Michigan than there are cities, but the population concentration is presently in cities. The elected officials in township government include the supervisor, which is the township equivalent of a mayor, a clerk, treasurer, and 4 trustees, which are the same as council members in a city. The 7 elected officials are collectively referred to as the Township Board of Trustees. The Township Board meets twice a month, the first and third Mondays, and make decisions affecting the general public. Each of the 7 board members are elected to 4-year terms concurrently. The supervisor by law is the presiding board chairman and the executive officer of the Charter Township. In addition to these responsibilities, the supervisor also serves as chief law enforcement officer, ex officio member of all board committees, and acts as the administrator of personnel, purchasing, and budgeting. The township clerk is the repository for township records. The clerk is responsible for financial accounting, voter registration, and conducting elections. The clerk also has policy-making decisions as a member of the township board. The treasurer's duties involve the custody of township money and is responsible for collecting all monies owed to the township and for dispersing the funds as the township board directs. The treasurer is a member of the township board and has the opportunity to exercise policy leadership in all matters of board concern. One of the most important duties of the treasurer is that of investments and recommends that policy to the board. In February of 1995, the Township Board took progressive action and approved the hiring of a certified assessor to locally maintain assessment responsibilities. The assessor's job consists of 2 basic duties. First, to inventory and list all property within the Brownstown jurisdiction, and second, to equitably evaluate every item of taxable property. The general principles of property taxation in Michigan have been part of the territorial and state law for almost 150 years. The revenues generated from the taxable values provide the range of services expected of local government. Many changes have occurred since the Michigan voters approved Proposal A, which amended school financing practices. It is the assessor's responsibility to maintain records of all property transfers and qualified homestead exemptions of owner-occupied properties. The assessor's office can now assist property owners in reviewing home improvement projects and provide estimates of what the improvement will mean from a taxing standpoint. Typically, no one wants to see the assessor, but in Brownstown, you'll be happy to know this assessing office is friendly and helpful to all their visitors. The Township Trustees' main duties are legislative oversight, enacting laws, and serving the constituency. The task of the legislator is to take proposals through the political process, making sure that various affected groups and interests have their say. One of the areas of service that most new residents are familiar with is that of the building department. Any new construction or repairs require a permit, such as swimming pools, storage sheds, air conditioning units, fence installation, fill permits, etc. The building department is also responsible for enforcing all township ordinances, such as storage of inoperative vehicles, RV trailer lots, and proper posting of permits. The building inspectors and a zoning official are in the field as well as in the office to answer questions. All new development in the township is processed through the building department. Information regarding building or permits can be obtained by calling 675-0166. The Water Sewer Department is located in the Township Hall. Water bills may be mailed or paid during working hours, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Any concerns with your water meter, water main breaks, no water, etc. should be reported to 675-4000. The Recreation Department has a full line of activities for all ages. The Community Center building is used daily by the senior citizens for their lunch program, as well as cultural events. A newsletter is published twice a year, informing residents of the recreation activities available. The Community Center building, located at King and Telegraph Roads, has halls available for rent. Call 675-0920 for additional information. Thorn Park Shelter is for the use of township residents only and can be reserved by calling the Recreation Department. Permits to use the West Jefferson Boat Launch are $25 for the season and can be purchased through the Recreation Department at the Community Center. The Animal Control Officer conducts necessary inspection on animal-related matters, records information on licenses and fees, and cares for the animals that have been impounded. Additional duties include daily maintenance of the animal shelter to assure the facility is kept free of disease. Dog licenses are available for $5 until April 30th. After that date, the licenses are $8. In April of each year, the Animal Control Officer correlates the rabies vaccination clinic with a local veterinarian, offering every opportunity for the residents to have their animals vaccinated at the Township Hall for $10 each. The Animal Control Officer patrols the township for dogs at large, responding to citizen complaints of barking dogs and animal cruelty complaints. All complaints are thoroughly investigated with issuance of a ticket and court testimony if warranted. Information can also be obtained from the Animal Control Department regarding wildlife and the availability of traps by calling 675-4008. The Animal Control Officer is on call for emergency animal control calls that are dispatched through the police department. The Brownstown Police Department originated in 1982 and was staffed by a chief and 5 officers. In 1991, the department began to expand to meet the service requirements of its residents, and at present has added 16 more officers, which increased personnel to 36 officers. The police station is located at the Township Hall facility and provides full police service 24 hours a day. The department provides a detective service, has an officer assigned to motor carrier enforcement, participates in the Downriver Mutual Aid SWAT dive teams and gang task force. Gun registration is offered every Thursday by appointment. The men and women of the Brownstown Police Department are dedicated to providing professional police services to township residents and encourage all residents to assist in its efforts in law enforcement. Police service can be summoned via the enhanced 911 system or 675-3325. And for business requests, call 675-1300. Brownstown Fire Department was originally formed in 1960 with 1 station. Today we have 4 stations on Sibley, West, Gibraltar, and West Jefferson Roads. They are staffed by 80 men and women. We have 4 full-time personnel. The remainder of the personnel are paid per call and respond from home at the receipt of an alarm. The township has 4 transporting ambulances, with the majority of the personnel being emergency medical technicians. All personnel are trained to Firefighter 1 status as certified by the state of Michigan, with several personnel taking specialized training in hazardous materials. Brownstown Fire Department is dedicated to providing professional and courteous service to the community. The township is in 3 school districts: Gibraltar, Woodhaven, and Taylor. Schools located directly in the township are Hunter, Wagenka, and Gudith Elementary Schools, Brownstown Middle School, and Woodhaven High School. The 3 school district boundaries are as shown on the video.
As you have seen, Brownstown Township has a lot to offer you and your family. Again, welcome to our community, and we look forward to seeing you at future township events. Have a nice day.
First of America Bank is proud to sponsor this welcome video to new Brownstown residents. First of America is a full-service bank that offers a wide range of banking products, services, and investment opportunities. We have many branches in the Downriver area. One of our banking representatives will be happy to open your new checking account, provide loan information, or schedule a free investment consultation with a financial consultant. Please return this video to one of our 2 Brownstown branches at the intersection of Allen and Sibley or on the corner of Allen and Vreeland. But don't forget to ask about our special offers for new Brownstown residents.